Okay, here we have another question of past paper from trigonometry and bearing. This question is from June 2014, paper 2, question 5. If you check this figure, here we have three figures attached. One is this trapezium, then we have this triangle ADC, and then we have another right angle triangle ABC also. Okay, now in this question they are saying the diagram shows a framework ABCD supporting a shop sign. The framework is fixed to a vertical wall AB with CD horizontal, and AC is equal to 64 centimeter, CD is 80 centimeter, BAC angle is 35 degree, BCA angle is 90 degree, and ACD is equal to 125 degree. Calculate AB. So we have to find this AB. Now if we check this triangle ABC, it is a right angle triangle. So to solve right angle triangle, we use trigonometric ratios to find the side and an angle of a triangle. So AB is the longest side of this right angle triangle. So basically this is hypotenuse. Okay, and as we have discussed, the adjacent side or the side on which the 90 degree angle and the angle lie, that is base or adjacent. So if this is adjacent side, okay, or base, so to find the hypotenuse we have base. Okay, so we will use a trigonometric ratio according to this condition. So base upon hypotenuse or adjacent upon hypotenuse is equal to cos theta. So if we apply cos theta here, cos theta is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse. Okay, so cos 35 degree is equal to adjacent is 64 and hypotenuse is AB. Now if we cross multiply this, AB is equal to 64 upon cos 35. Now we will find this with the help of calculator. So it's equal to 78.129. So if we write answer correct to three significant figure, it will be 78.1. So the length of AB is 78.1. You will get 2 marks when you use the correct trigonometric ratio and get the correct accurate answer. So 1 mark is of accuracy and 1 mark is of method. So if you apply a correct method and get the correct answer also, then you will get the 2 marks for this. And if you apply any other trigonometric ratio, then your answer will be wrong. Okay, so remember the most important thing is that you must mark the correct side, like this is adjacent side, this is opposite side, and this is hypotenuse. Okay, now what are they asking next? They are saying calculate AD. Okay, now let's check that what is AD. Here is this one. So to find this AD, we are having, if we consider triangle ADC, okay, so here we have this side AC 64 and side DC 80, and included angle we have 125 degree. So if we have two sides and included angle, so to find the opposite side or third side of a triangle, we will use cosine rule. So here to find the side AD, we will use cosine rule. How we will use it? It will be AD square is equal to 64 square plus 80 square minus 2 64 80 and cos 125. So if you remember in the lecture also, I have explained that when we get the obtuse angle of cos, okay, the answer will have a negative sign. So I told you that when you enter all these values in the calculator, keep this one inside the bracket. Okay, then you will get the correct answer. You will not get any problem with the answer. Okay, and remember that you will write this one inside the bracket. Otherwise, if you simplify it without bracket, then your answer will vary. First they will subtract it and then multiply, and similarly you also do the same. Okay, so when you put these values inside the calculator, so 64 square plus 80 square minus bracket 2 multiplied by 64 multiplied by 80 multiplied by cos 125 bracket close. Okay, and then when you press equal to sign, we are getting AD square is equal to 16,369.4. Okay, now what you will do to find the value of AD, we will take a square root on both sides. So if we take a square root on both sides, so we will take the square root of 16,369.42. Okay, so it is AD is equal to 127.94, and if we write answer correct to 3 significant figure, then it will be equal to 128. So the length of AD is 128. Okay, so here in the final answer space you will write answer 128. Okay, now the last the next part is calculate angle ADC. Calculate angle ADC. So let's see where we are having angle ADC. Here we have this angle ADC, this angle. We have got this side as 128. Okay, so to find this angle D, the opposite side of angle D is 64, and we are having an angle 125, and the opposite side of this is 128. Okay, so we can easily find angle D by sine rule. Okay, you can here apply cosine rule also to find this side, because now we are having all three sides of a triangle. So it's up to you, either apply cosine rule or sine rule to find angle D. But I suggest you that if you are having all three sides and you have to find any angle, then only in that case apply cosine rule. Okay, here as you are having the one more side, you have one more angle also, so you can easily apply sine rule here. So I suggest you to go for sine rule rather than cosine rule, because the simplification of sine rule is difficult than the sine rule. So you can easily apply sine rule here. Remember just one thing, that whatever the side you are writing in the numerator, the opposite angle will be in the denominator. So if we are writing this 128 in the numerator, in denominator we will write sine 125. Okay, and as we have to find angle ADC, then the opposite, here in numerator we will write 64. Okay, and in denominator we will write its opposite angle, which we have to find angle ADC. Now let's cross multiply this. So sine ADC is equal to 64 into sine 125 upon 128. Now you will just substitute all these values inside the calculator. So 64 multiplied by sine 128, okay, and then you will divide it by 64 multiplied by sine 125, and then you will divide it by 128. So your answer is 0.4095. Okay, then when you shift this sign on the right hand side, it will be sine inverse. Now we will find the sine inverse of this. So shift, press sine, you will get sine inverse, and then when you find this one, it is angle ADC is 24.17, and if you write answer correct to one decimal place, so it will be 24.2. Okay, so this is the final answer of angle ADC is 24.2. So you will get 3 marks for this. When you simplify this one, it will be 24.2 degree. Now the last part of this question is on the sine CDEF. EF is parallel to CD and is 40 centimeter below it. EF is 65 centimeter. Calculate the area of the sine CDEF. We have a sine CDEF, and FE is parallel to CD and it is 40 centimeter below. Now first we will check the sine CDEF, and we will check that which two sides are parallel. So CDEF and FE is parallel to CD. CDEF is here. CDEF is this shaded region, okay, and they are saying that FE is parallel to CD, means these two sides are parallel, okay, and this one is 40 centimeter below this, okay. This parallel side is 65 and this parallel side is 80. Now they are saying to find the area of this CDEF, okay. As you can see that this is a trapezium because we are having two opposite sides, okay, and then the distance between these two is 40 centimeter. So basically the height of this trapezium is 40 centimeter and two parallel sides are 65 and 80. So if we apply a formula of area of trapezium, it is equal to 1/2 multiplied by sum of the parallel sides multiplied by height of the trapezium. So it's 1/2 into the sum of the parallel sides will be 80 plus 65 multiplied by height of this trapezium is 40 given in the question. So first add 80 and 65 and then multiply it by 40 and divide it by 2, okay. So our final answer is 2900, okay. So area of this trapezium or sines EFCD is 2900. So when we write this answer here in the answer space, it is 2900, and as it is an area, so the unit is already mentioned, centimeter square, okay. So here you will write answer like this, 1/2 into 80 plus 65 into 40, okay, and then when you simplify this, answer is 2900, okay. So you will get 2 marks for this. So remember the formula of area of a trapezium is 1/2 into sum of the parallel sides multiplied by height. I hope you have understood this question. Thank you.